Money on my mind, gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. Gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray De Niro. We are in the building. And the market is a tragedy right now. It's absolutely devastating. You wake up, you look, there's red numbers. People are running through the streets wondering what's going on with what, who's doing what. Am I okay? Am I still buying? We're going to get into all of it this episode. So I hope those of you who are tapped in on watching me document this journey of what I'm doing with my money that might be a little bit different than what you're doing with your money, that might be yielding a little bit of a different result than what you're getting with your money. I hope those of you that are tapped in, locked in with me, are enjoying the content. I would ask that you like the video on the way in. Also, those of you who have been here more than once, the shadow watchers, go ahead and get us subscribed so that you can shadow watch more efficiently. I do appreciate those views as well. Last but not least, for those of you who are subscribed, that are rocking with me, that I consider part of my wolf pack, my tribe, I would ask that you share the video to help me grow the channel a little bit. Maybe we broke 400, so let's give you guys a round of applause for that. That has nothing to do with me. That has to do with the 4 of you that decided to subscribe finally and push me over that mark. We're still striving to get to 500. That's still a goal. It's an interim goal. Obviously, as we're documenting as many people as this can help, touch, motivate, inspire, what have you, give some ideas, maybe something to laugh and chuckle at. The kid's going to lose all his money, whatever. But it is all my money. So, like, could happen. Not going to say that I know everything, but I know a couple of things. And I know what's been working. So we're going to jump right on into it. I'm going to go ahead and pull this to the screen and start talking about stuff with you. So first and foremost, as of this recording, Bitcoin is at $76,397.90, followed by Ethereum, which is at $2,267.39, putting Bitcoin dominance at 57.3%. Ethereum dominance is at 10.3%, with gas fees being 0.93 gwei. Those are low transaction fees on Ethereum, mind you. Like, if you are actually on chain, my goodness, that's some beautiful, beautiful atmosphere. Moving on, we're going to talk about the top 3 trending coins as of this recording. Shout outs to CoinGecko for this wealth of information that we reference every single video, and also where I track my crypto portfolio, because I like to know where stuff is, where things are going, and what my cost averages are. And this helps me with that. So at number 1, we have Bitcoin. Obviously, you guys are worried. Everybody's looking at Bitcoin now. We're going to talk about that towards the end of the episode. We have at number 2, Zama, and at number 3, Pudgy Penguins. These little penguins are pudgy. Look at the little guy. All right. Moving on, we're going to go jump into the top 5 gainers and losers in the last 24 hours. We're going to start off with the gainers, and I hope everybody gets an opportunity to bask in the glory of this list. And I hope, along with that as you're basking in the glory, that it is a triple or higher digit gain that lands you on this list, so that we can all celebrate with you. I want you guys getting some life-changing, possibly generational wealth building wins, because I want you to win. I'm gonna win, but I want you to win as well. At number 1, we have it ranked 491, AI Rig Complex, with a gain of 60.1%. At number 2, at rank 762, we have Gravity by Galaxy, with a gain of 24.9% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, at rank 461, we have Moonbirds with a gain of 20.4% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, we have at rank 446, Alchemist AI with a gain of 17.7%, which is tied with our number 5 at rank 864, Buttcoin. Say that one more time, Buttcoin, with also a gain of 17.7% in the last 24 hours. Moving on to the top losers. I hope you guys never find yourself here unless it's one of the two following scenarios. Number 1, you're looking for an entry point, and this list is showing you that the token you've been looking at, the coin you've been looking to jump in on, ready to get off the porch, is presenting a great entry opportunity. Number 2, your dollar cost averaging, as I highly recommend around here. I'm an avid dollar cost averager myself with everything. And this is giving you an opportunity to get your hands on a few extra tokens, or it's in extreme buy range, in which case you are loading up the boat. Let's get it going. At number 1, we have at rank 733, Echelon token with a gain of 34, or not a gain, a loss. What am I doing? Acting like it's been a long day and I've been doing construction. I have, and it has been, and my back hurts. A loss of 34%. At number 2, we have at rank 671, Anvil, with a loss of 27.7%. At number 3, we have at rank 222, River, with a loss of 24.2%. At number 4, we have at rank 651, Kinetic, or maybe it's Kinetic, right, with that Q at the end, with a loss of 20.1% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, rounding out the list, we have at rank 520, Zama, with a loss of 18.4% in the last 24 hours. Now we're going to go ahead and jump over into the reserves because, you know, it rains on the just and unjust alike. So let's talk about it. Okay, so here's the reserves. Obviously, we've just been buying Bitcoin. That's what we've been doing. In the last 24 hours, we're down 3.3% with a total pullback loss of 22.9% in the portfolio. Good thing I don't need these funds for another few years. Otherwise, I'd be down almost $2,000. Which is going to get us into our topic. And I'm going to leave the screen a little bit big. I'm going to share the screen because this is ugly, and we've got to understand. Ugly happens. Ugly happens. It does. 22% lopped. Just off the top because the number went down. Oh no, are you still buying? Yes. And that number's going to change because I'm still buying. I buy every 2 weeks no matter what. I was excited because it was 82,000, which was down from where we were. And, you know, that's when payday hit. So that's when my funds went in. And that's when I thought everything was going to be great. And guess what? It wasn't. It went lower. So now I'm hoping that we are around these prices next week when I get paid again, because I want some of the dip. I want the dip. I want the dippity dip. I want the dippity dippity dip. That's the perk of being fully invested, 2, having a stipend of that fully invested money going directly into Bitcoin off the bat. The other thing, at these prices, if we are still sub 80,000, that puts me in another tier of amplified Bitcoin exposure buying, which means I will have an additional 10%, which will put 20% of my fully invested income over on the brokerage side going towards amplified Bitcoin exposure, which will be probably a lot. We're going to be loading up the boat on ASST. We're going to be getting another share of MicroStrategy, if not 2. I take advantage of all dips because it's Bitcoin or bust for me. Like that's where I'm at. And the lower it goes, like, what if we go below 70? Now, I don't know. We could, maybe. I don't know. I can't read the future. From what I'm looking at right now, we're looking at a resistance. Next resistance level is around 73,000. I'm not looking at 60, but if we went to 60, then that would add an additional 10% that I would put towards amplified Bitcoin exposure. Again, I'm staying fully invested, and I will go all as far down as 50%. 50% of my income at that point would be going towards amplified Bitcoin exposure. And I'm keeping it on the brokerage side because on that flip side, I want as much of that as possible, because then that can go towards either bolstering my primary income portfolio, or at that point we might take some profits and buy straight up Bitcoin. It all depends. But what we've got going on right now is pretty interesting. The current price action we're at, we're between 72, because we did hit 72. I was informed of that, and then I had to go back and look, and I was like, oh, we did touch 72. I'm happy I didn't see that. That would have made me, I would have been trying to sell a kidney or something. But we've gone below 80,000. We're looking for additional support at 73,000. There's a lot of bearish sentiment right now. Can't lie about that. Number go down. But you know what else went down 30% in a day? Gold, silver. Gold and silver are trading like meme coins right now. Bitcoin has been steadily going down, but it's not dropping 30% in a day, which is kind of interesting. We have bearish short, mid, and long-term trends that are dominating right now, with our resistance set currently at 88,000. But from the long-term perspective, for me, we are in an accumulation window. I love these prices personally, but that's because I'm buying and I'm not looking at it. Like, obviously, I've acquired over a whole Bitcoin. I don't look at it that often. It just sits there. I continue to buy because we're trying to get a position where we can leverage it, which I need to get to $20,000 so that we can do that. If somebody wants to donate me $20,000, that would be great, because I could use it. But on that same note, I would want it to be at a good buy price, because I'm happy I didn't hit the $20,000 target earlier, because now we would be servicing margin levels, which really wouldn't matter because I buy more Bitcoin every 2 weeks. But I'd rather get it at a good price. I mean, I'd rather go back in time and just get $20,000 worth of Bitcoin back in 2014, 2015, 2016, basically anytime 4 years ago or longer. But that's just not the case. So what we're looking at now is, this is an opportunity. We bounced off 126, which is our current all-time high. Numbers wise, like, I don't really get into technicals. I'm not a chart follower. I do pay attention to ranges, though. Like, I do look at that. I look at where we're testing supports, which we've got between 74,747 and 75,000. We're testing supports there. We dipped, like, that's where we're at. We've got the further support at 73,000. I am buying. That's basically what I'm doing. Any extra money that I have, like, if we hit any metrics for any extra investment money, it's going into amplified Bitcoin exposure. Specifically, I have a stipend that goes into Bitcoin, and also most side hustle money goes into Bitcoin as well. But as we're going through these tumultuous pain in the keister, I'm under attack times, this is when the money's made. It's not buying at the top. Like, when everybody's celebrating, when everybody's feeling great, that's not when you make your wins with Bitcoin. This is when you can get more Bitcoin. Now, buying at 100,000 and feeling like you were a genius as it went up to 126 feels great. If you're a trader, that's short term. 4 years from now, 126, people are going to be going, oh, you got in at 126, you're a genius. Every single purchase that I've had, when I tell people like my cost basis is around $30,000. Oh, well, that's lucky for you. Like, no, you guys told me I was stupid when I was buying then also. I was told I was going to lose all my money then also. But just like now, I was buying both the top. When the price came down, I was buying more, and I just scraped together until I got my whole Bitcoin. I can't stress this enough, and I'm going to keep this episode short because the rant is basically what it is. When everyone's panicking and telling you that, oh, I'm happy I didn't get into Bitcoin, that's an indicator that you need to buy. Just so you know. Now, for those of you who are trading, when your Uber driver brings up how much he's made in Bitcoin, that's when you need to sell. Like when people are just unprovoked bringing you information about Bitcoin that, they're on the side hustle gig. And I say this as somebody who was a Bitcoin holder and an Uber driver at the same time. Like, I get it. And I took personal offense to it then, but I understood what they meant, because like I wouldn't bring it up and like try to, I was driving Uber. Like, I'm the Uber driver. If you want to talk to me about interesting stuff, I have plenty of other interesting things. Like, Bitcoin is not a personality. People make a bunch of stupid stuff a personality. Politics, the fact that you travel, no one cares. No one cares. Actually, traveling, you can at least have some interesting stories, but like the other stuff, cringe. But when people are just throwing Bitcoin in your face and everybody's talking about it, if you are a trader, that's about the time to start selling. Like 126, the Uber driver was telling you about Bitcoin. Like, oh, I made so much money today in Bitcoin. Like, I really don't got to be here. I'm just be an Uber driver, man. There's nothing wrong with that. People got to get from point A to point B. Drive the car. Drive the car and be interesting. Have some good vibes on. Not too loud, though, but some vibes and an amicable temperature, for goodness gracious. But we're going to leave it at that. Like, this is when conviction matters. The traders are all talking about, oh, we're going to 50. They've never been through a bull run before. They're barely got, how much Bitcoin do you have? Oh, not like nowhere even close to a quarter of one. You ain't even got 0.1 Bitcoin. These people are trading and talking about $200 gains. Okay. That's just the reality of what it is. They're not really serious. They're not really in the markets like that. And I get it, because they're looking at Bitcoin in order to get dollars. And I'm going to close it with this. I do not buy Bitcoin. I sell dollars. I get rid of dollars. I get into something that is not being manipulated. And, my recommendation for everybody is like, hey, like maybe you should have something that can't just be forcibly confiscated from you. Like, it's probably a good idea. Got some big stuff going on. I am excited about that's in the works. I've got some changes around the channel. I've got a litany of assignments. It's 2026. We've got to do overhauls, updates, all that fun stuff. And considering it's a one-man band and I'm not getting paid to be here, it takes a little bit longer because I'll be working and then I'm tired. So we're going to be getting to it, but be expecting to see some new stuff around here and potentially some pretty interesting announcements. So till the next time, which will be next week, this has been a crypto portfolio updates episode where I let you guys know if I'm worried about Bitcoin or not. And the short answer is no, I'm not. Thank you for those of you who have made it to this part of the video. That means you watched the whole thing, and I appreciate that. I will ask, do not forget to hit the like button on the way out. Do not forget to subscribe, especially if you've been here more than once. And last but not least, for those of you who are subscribed, are a part of the tribe, are in the wolf pack, share the video. Until next week, it's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and I'm out.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play it, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.